We shape our homes, and our homes shape us. I, Pallavi Arora of Fulcrum Homedecor, am here to transform your spaces into a dream home. Cheers to new beginnings and new memories, with a little bit of magic and lots of love.
Welcome to Fulcrum Home Decor. My name is Pallavi and I'm here to help you transform your spaces into a home. Each time I say this intro, I actually feel that this is what I want to do. I want to transform a space and give you that space which you can call home. So thank you for watching my videos, and today I'm going to be taking you to the second part of the house tour, which is a 3 BHK home. This is a mid-century modern design. If you haven't watched the first part, definitely go and watch that as well, because in that video I showcase the living room, the foyer area and the kitchen. Today's video is going to be centered around the 3 bedrooms in this lovely 3 BHK apartment. As I mentioned in the earlier video, this is an apartment which gets lovely air and light, and that is something I think I love to celebrate. And if there is some part which doesn't get it, I want to make sure that we incorporate and somehow we can bring the natural elements in to create a little bit more sustainable living for the clients. In this video, we'll be showcasing the guest room, the children's room and the master suite. So sit back and enjoy the video, and do let me know what you feel, which is your favorite room. Let's put this as the question of the video. Let me know which is your favorite room or your favorite corner of this video, because I couldn't decide for the longest time. Both my clients have very varied opinions, and you will see that at the end of the video. So stay tuned till the end, and let's begin with the guest room now. So this is the guest room of the flat. It has an attached toilet, and the size of the room was big enough for us to fit a full-size bed. So we decided to go with a full-size bed. We've housed a 4-door wardrobe with a dresser which also has storage over here. And this room was also going to be used as a home office for my client, because since both of them are working, they will need 2 separate spaces in which they can work and work from home. So we definitely needed to house a study table here. Also, some part of the year their parents come over and stay with them, so they would want to have this room not set up just like a home office. This had to be dueling up as a bedroom. And they also wanted a space where they could house their television, because the parents like to watch television at night and they can have their own space here. So we've planned the layout in a way which kind of, the bed of course becomes the anchored wall here. The bed is anchored on the main wall, and it's kind of the anchor piece in the room. And again, keeping the whole vibe very mid-century, we've made it in a combination of wood and that little white laminate, that wooden white laminate that you see all through, and you will see that in most of the rooms as well. So we housed the bed with 2 side tables. We've kept the bed with a tufted headboard so that it's comfortable for the senior citizens also when they come in. And right in front of the bed is where we've housed a study table. And right beside the study table is the TV unit. So it kind of forms like one elongated unit, and it still doesn't encroach on the space right into the bed area. Now, one of the reasons why I wanted the study table in the corner is because it can give you enough space for the chair to be pulled out, and as I said, it doesn't obstruct the space in front of the bed. And one big thing which made this room look larger was to pull the windows out again. We had that ledge of about 13 to 14 inches, and we pulled out the window and gave them a granite over there. So this acts as an additional seating. So just to have, because there is no other space in this room where an additional seating can be given, we wanted to do that in the window area where one can sit and have their tea and coffee. And since they have very large windows and they actually have a view of the hills from the bedroom, it makes a very resorty, cozy kind of vibe over here. Since this was a guest room, we wanted to keep the color palette very muted, and yet wasn't supposed to feel very Scandinavian. We wanted that mid-century vibe. So what we've done here is the wooden textures are of course very mid-century with the white and the oak, light oak wood over here. We went ahead with paneling on both sides which have these stripes pattern, and that's kind of very mid-century. But what we wanted to do is have this lovely wallpaper right behind the bed. It was a bold move, it was quite drastic, but the clients and we both felt that this was the perfect room and the perfect opportunity where we could do something like this. And we went ahead with a very charcoal grey wallpaper which has a slight bit of gold which is reflected. So it kind of looks very, it doesn't have a very set pattern. It's very fluid in its pattern, and somehow the dark kind of works very beautifully with everything else in the room, because everything else is very nice, light, and airy kind of a feel. The colors that we chose for this room is pale blue and pale pink. Again, we didn't want it to be very strong since the wallpaper was very strong. So we chose blinds which are in stripes. They have that very subtle charcoal grey line coming through, and they also have those colors of pale pink and pale blue, and the room still looks nice and fresh and inviting for a guest to come and stay. So welcome to Wonderland is what I should say when I enter this room. This is their daughter's room, and Bharti and I were having a conversation, and I think you'll hear her talk about it as well, that growing up we never had a special room for ourselves. So giving it to our child just feels like we are kind of reliving our days, and this was a very special area that I really wanted to design for them and their daughter. Their daughter is pretty young right now, but she will be using this room for a very long time. And what we wanted to do is, the layout of the room was such that we decided to go ahead with something a little different here. What we wanted to do is, give her a very cozy kind of a vibe in this room. So we definitely needed storage, which we've provided in the two ends of the bed. And we provided the side tables, and this is the bed, and it's a pull-out bed. So since she is not going to be using a full-size bed for the next few years, so we wanted to have this floor space available for her, where she can play, she can have her puzzles, she can actually do her homework, and she can do all kind of activities with her friends. And when she grows up, this bed can be pulled out and it can become a full-size double bed for her to use. So we went ahead with this very cute hut or a house-like feel, and so this is the reason why I call it Wonderland. Is you'll see the wallpaper and the wall cladding and the wall paint in a bit, and you'll see that. So this almost feels like a Wonderland kind of a feel, where this is a little hut house, and we've given her a very cozy tufted bed back. So if she wants to kind of play and laze around, this is comfortable and it's soft and plushy. And we've given her, the bed has literally like a roof which is shaped in a house, and we've given this little cutout here which is like a chimney to the house, and we've paneled the wardrobe and the bed in the same way, where when you enter you feel like it's a complete, it's paneled from one end to the other. So that is the speciality of its room. It also gave us a lot more storage. Generally we would have been able to have only 2 sets of wardrobes here, but it kind of gave a lot of storage here, so this is very good for her when she grows up. We were also able to house a loft above, so we kind of pulled the wardrobe right up to the ceiling to give that warm, cozy feel. So we practically put all the storage on one wall, and just so that it doesn't feel very heavy on this wall, we've also given her a dresser and a toy caddy on the opposite side of the bed. Here we have these little cubicles in which we are going to be giving them fabric baskets where she can actually dump all her toys, and she can keep this room and area neat and clean. Above that is her dresser. This is also a mirror which has storage behind. So since kids are generally used to kind of messing things up, so Bharti wanted some place where she could house all her little hair accessories and things like that, and they would be kept in a very organized way and yet not be on a surface which can be kind of messed up every day. So this we have proper storage which is behind the mirror over here. And of course, we're continuing with that hut theme. So you'll see that in the dressing area. We will also see that on the study table area. The study table again is a small compact one, but it can house a full-size chair. We've given just minimal drawers where even when she grows up, she can actually have her accessories or her stationery over there. It comes with shelves which can house some books. The electrical provisions are all done for her to have homeschooling done, because we're all having our kids homeschooled. So the laptop can be plugged in there and she can be on her chair and kind of do her studies or attend her school. And of course the hut shape is something that I wanted to celebrate in the house. So we in the room, sorry. So that's why we've kind of given it right next to the dresser. I've given it on the study table. And again, like the guest room, I have again pulled the window behind, because I believe that every bedroom should have some kind of seating, because we don't always want to be on the bed, but we yet want to be in our private space. So for the child also I've done the same thing, is to pull the window behind and give her a ledge where she can just hang out and chill or sit, and just another space for the kid to be. So since we definitely the client also wanted to have pink in this room, what we went ahead with, we didn't want the entire room to have a lot of pink. So we balanced that out with a very soft, it's like a cedar kind of a wood finish laminate. We've used that primarily on the wardrobes, and a little bit of the wardrobe has that pink feel. So we've also used a dark charcoal color here just to kind of complement and make this whole thing look a little cozy and comfortable for the kid. The other beautiful part about this room is this lovely wall painting that we've done. These hills, we didn't want to have them in the typical colors. We've put shades of pink, and we've kind of made it very whimsical and very fairy tale like by adding decals of clouds and hot air balloons and stars, everything that I think a kid of 3-4 years old will love to have in her room. This is the bathroom this is the attached bathroom to the kids' room. We again kept it very simple and minimal. We've just added storage below. We've added a huge mirror, and we've added a hanging light. So keeping it very simple, so that all the essentials are kind of met. We've also added a shower divider. It's a sliding one, so kind of keeping the wet and the dry areas separate of the room. So welcome to the master bedroom. This is the master bedroom of the space, and I'd like to call it the master suite for some reason, because whenever I enter this room after it's been set up, it just feels like one of those very cozy resort kind of a feel in this room, and that is exactly the vibe which we wanted to create in this room. So since the entire living room was very mid-century and we have used a lot of wood, I wanted this room to not have the same oak wood which was already there. The design style that we've used here is still very mid-century, but we wanted to have it a little bit more, a more little minimal look, a little bit of touch of Scandinavian feel into the room. So as soon as you enter the room, we had this really nice long wall. So we've housed their closets on this wall, and we've also given a mirror which also has storage behind on the same wall. And so in this entire house, you'll see that we don't have any separate dressing areas. Everywhere we've added storage behind the mirror so that it functions as a dresser, and it also looks like it looks very flush with the entire setup. So that's where I've housed the wardrobes, and we've of course pulled the wardrobes right up to the ceiling, and we've given them lofts, which of course are essential in any homes these days. On the wall, when you enter the room, the wall has, they wanted another study table here, and of course a provision for a TV unit. The client also felt that they had come and asked me that can we house a chair in the room, and with the dimensions of the room, initially even I was a little skeptical, but we were able to house a chair in this room, and I think this is one of the central pieces or the most attractive pieces in the room itself. So what we've done is we've used just two walls as the storage area. So one is the closet wall. The other wall here is this study table, which again can be used to have, if they want to have work from home, and we needed two separate areas. So we have one in the guest room, we have one here, and this also can be used as just working on the laptop at night if some work has to be done and things like that. We've kept a space for a television just in case they decide to go ahead with one later. As of now, they wanted to have only one in the living room, but the provision has already been done. And in this beautiful corner, I wanted to house the chair, and I wanted the chair to feel even though we couldn't house a very big chair, it's a very comfortable chair. So with this chair, I wanted to anchor it on a very solid looking wall, and I was not very liking the corner that this wall was making. So what I did is to give it a panel like that, a rounded edge, which kind of makes the chair feel like, it gives a very beautiful background to the chair, and it's also something that you have a look at as soon as you enter the room. The same rounded paneling I've given right next to the dresser, so that the mirror and the wardrobes connect very seamlessly to each other. The other grand part of this room is the bed. There was a pillow which was already provided on one side. So I wanted the bed to feel a little centered and symmetrical, and that's why what I did is I made another faux pillow. It's made out of plywood on the other side of the bed, and actually after painting you really can't make out how it's been planned. So that gave us a little bit of a niche in the wall, and I wanted to house this really big headboard in that niche. This is a completely fabric, like a very beautiful headboard, and I wanted it not to have the typical tufting, so we went ahead with that nice chevron pattern, and that's one of the things that makes this entire room feel like a master's suite, so to speak. The bed is a full king size bed, and it also has storage, so it's a hydraulic storage bed. And of course, we've given an ample space on both sides of the bed for it to feel very luxurious, and to of course have two people get off very easily on both sides of the bed. So that kind of sums up the furniture aspect of the room, and again we wanted to keep the room very neutral and add just a pop of color. So I have kept the headboard exactly the same color as the wardrobe, so that it doesn't stand out in a very strong color. And this also allows for the client to actually have different colors or different kind of bed sheets and pillows and cushions, and add color to the room. I've kept the curtains also very neutral, again in the same top color. So the color that I've added is this lovely sagey mint green color, and that's just on the wall right in front of the bed, and that's a color that I pulled out from the sofa, the chair upholstery. The chair has a very lovely English kind of a floral vibe, and it has a lot of colors. It has this lovely top color that we've used everywhere. It has the green, it has beautiful purple, it has some blue. So this kind of allows the client to change their room decor if they want to do it. So at this moment we've kept it as sage green, and I think that's something that the client also loved. Apart from that, this is the reason why I like to keep a multicolored piece in the room, so is because we can pull from that, and the rest of the room looks very neutral otherwise. So yeah, that's kind of sums up the look of the bedroom, and this is how the entire view of the room is. Okay, so tell me, firstly I want to know from you, what was your experience of the whole work?
The experience was quite smooth actually. So I mean, whatever requirements we had and whatever
brief we had given,
alterations also we had were mostly taken care of. So that was,
and it is beyond our expectations. Like once you see the final product, it has been beyond our expectations.
I mean, we've seen all those 3D images and have had a visualization, but then when you see the actual thing, it is quite over and beyond what you can visualize.
That's very great to know. So tell me, were you opposed to making civil changes in your home, like the kitchen opening and things like that?
Yeah, we were a little skeptical about opening the kitchen or doing any civil changes, because we thought there might be some structural changes which will create some other issues with the builder or anyone. But most of the things were taken care of. We did not make any structural changes. Whatever changes were made are according to the law, and it has been and the effect has been very good of making those changes.
So opening up the kitchen basically is making
it has made a big difference.
The only concern was around the waterproofing and all, which may cause issues for people living around and below. So apart from that, I think everything was fine.
Okay, now you tell me, which is your favorite part? I think I like to ask that to every client.
For me, this wall and the chair in the master bedroom, with the light, that has been very special. And the balcony, the Buddha statue, the Zen corner. This is something that I was looking forward to, and I have not been disappointed. It's great.
And what about you, Harsh?
For me, I like this space, and I like my daughter's room very much. That was something I was really looking forward to. And we never had, there was no culture of having such a room when we were growing up. So we always used to think that maybe we should have something like a fairy tale kind of feeling. So that is always a wish, even if you never had it.
Right.
So
you always want that for your child.
You always wanted, yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you all for watching this video, and I hope this, well, I don't know what else to say, but I hope you enjoyed watching this video. For me, out of the 2 videos that we've posted about this house, the best part is listening to our clients talk about it. I can't tell you how gratifying and how immensely satisfying it is for us to see and to hear clients say that they are extremely overjoyed by our work, because the intent with which I start every home is to give someone their dream home, and I feel that I have a very, very big responsibility in my hand. I couldn't have done it without my team, and my team they work very hard to make these rooms possible, to make your homes as beautiful as you see it. And we feel very, very happy to serve you, and most of the people who approach me for design are viewers of my channel. So I'm very, very thankful to each one of you for being here, for taking the time, spending the time to see the videos. It's because you and I vibe, that's why we are here. So it's just a beautiful feeling that my YouTube family, even though it's very small, people are connected. You love to see videos, I love to share them with you. And do spread this if you feel that someone will like to watch something like this, or someone is looking for help to design and decorate their homes. We are located in Pune and we take up turnkey projects of designing and execution for clients. We also do room makeovers and transformations. So if you would like to get something done, or any of your friends and family, do share the videos and you can share our contact details. Everything is mentioned in the description box below. Just like the last video, we have a lot of short clips of how to create such corners, how to create bedroom setups and things like that. They're all going to be posted on Instagram. All the product links are going to be on Instagram. So if you would like to follow that, please have a look. You will probably find something which had struck you here the most. So I am very grateful that you are here today, and please do join me in the next video, which will again come up very soon. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.